Well, she's stuck.
Look for this logo for Honest Canadian Dairy.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Out here hauling some more feed to the other farm. I was gonna move this truck over here while we were empty, but she got stuck empty, so filled her up. There's 22,000 pounds in there. Hopefully the weight of that silage can get the truck out of there. It's not really that stuck, it's just spinning on mud. So what I actually did today is actually took the snow as my advantage here. So I ended up dumping the load here. I kind of packed the snow down with the bucket first. And you know what? This actually didn't turn out too bad. Didn't pick up any mud. Sure, we left a little silage here and there, but you know what? Overall, I'm quite happy with that. So a couple of people did comment, why don't I just dump from the mixer into the bucket and then from the bucket into the truck? I actually tried that yesterday. And man, did it take forever. Like, it was painful. It worked, painful, but it took a lot of time. And time is money, which I don't have. So, let's see if we can get this truck out of here, and I'm gonna show you guys where my new dumping spot is at the other place. I don't think that's gonna work. Guess it's time to pull it out. I was really hoping I could move it with some loaded weight on there, but it's not gonna happen. So I guess the Puma is gonna save the day. I think I'm gonna go with my dad with a chain, and then we're gonna reassess the situation. Well, we got her out. Won't be driving there again, that's for sure. So this is what I'm going to use for a new dumping spot for now, until it dries up. This is a bunker that is on the farm here. Well, I've got a couple walls blown out. The back wall, and then the wall right on this side is blown out too. But this is like, it's almost like a concrete, or extremely, yeah, it's got to be concrete. But it's only like this back quarter that has a concrete. The rest, I don't know what happened. Maybe it got deteriorated over time or something, or got busted through. But this is where we're gonna dump it for now. It's gonna work a lot better than trying to dump it in that shed over there. Last time I actually tried dumping it in the straw shed. That didn't work so well either. And then somehow I did not think about this, and I knew there was this pad here, but I just didn't cross my mind. So but now it did, so this is what we're gonna use. It's gonna be a lot better than dumping it in the mud, that's for sure. I think I'm gonna like this spot right here. So definitely gonna be doing this until it dries up over by the feed room. Might be another 2 weeks, I'm not sure. Depends how this weather's gonna go. So yeah, can't believe I never thought of this before. So it's this evening now. We're here in the office. I was gonna video some evening chores, but I decided not to. But now we actually have a broken robot. Well, I shouldn't say broken, it still works. A minor malfunction. So if you look here on the computer, we got robot 1, robot 2. So robot 2, the right, left cup, the air won't shut off. So we gotta go and rip it apart and change out a diaphragm. So first things first here, we're gonna, from the computer, you can actually do this. We're gonna lock the box right there. And now as soon as this cowl gets let out, it won't let another one in, it'll lock it. And then after that, we're gonna go down there and start ripping it apart. So we're down here in a robot pit. This cow's getting let out right away. So this one that's on right now is the one that's, the diaphragm doesn't shut off, there's a hole in it. You guys can probably listen here. I'll turn the light on. So as this cup pulls off, you guys will hear it. See? It doesn't shut off. So what that is inside is a diaphragm. I don't exactly know how it works, so I'm not gonna try explaining it, but it's ripped and I know we just gotta replace it. So we're gonna do that right now. I should get kicked out of here. Hey kitties, this cat wants some milk. All right, so she's gone. We're gonna wash this floor up here quick. Take my hose here. So I got that cleaned up. I cleaned that up because I actually have to crawl in there and pull some hoses off. So I'm going to show you guys and walk you through this and how this gets fixed. So first things first, lock the box, make sure the cow's gone. I clean this up. I mean, I'm sure anyone who works on a robot probably does anyways, just quickly. So now we're going to pull the arm out of CIP and move it into the box. So what we're going to do, we're going to hold this button for about maybe 5 seconds or something like that. And then the arm's going to come out. Drop the cups. So what we're going to do, we're going to lift the cups, click the green button. We're going to click the orange. Right now it's locked, you can't move it. We're going to click this once and freeze the arms up. We're going to lift it up and push it out of the way. And then click the orange button again, it'll lock it in place. Can't move it again. We're going to quickly wash this off here. Good enough. So since we are going to rip the unit out of this box right here, all these hoses inside here, right here, we got to pull all those hoses off. All right, got all the hoses off. So we're gonna come over here. I'm gonna grab my key. I call this the beer opener key. This hole fits perfectly for a Corona. Not that I like drink or anything, but take the key, unlock the door, and this door comes off. Door comes off like that. We're gonna take this little hook here, hang it on here, just like so. And we're going to swing this door out of the way. Don't need that anymore. Next thing, we're going to unhook. So this entire unit pulls out. So we got to unhook everything that's attached to it and be able to rip it off. So I'll just kind of do it quickly here. I'm going to unplug all that. I'm going to need 2 hands here. So I'm going to need 2 hands. I'm going to probably put the camera down until I get it ripped out. But all I'm going to do is unhook this. We're going to unhook this. I'm going to pull this off, unhook this. There's 2 more. Unhook that and that. Unhook this. And then the whole thing should come out. Alright, I believe I got it all unhooked. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then another hose over there, so 9. 9 things to take off. It literally takes a minute to do it, especially once you've done it once or twice before. So now this whole thing will slide out. We're just gonna watch these hoses here, make sure we don't pull nothing off. It's gonna slide off, just like so. So this is somewhat of the brains. This is what I'm gonna call it anyways. There is a fancy word for this, but I don't know it. So this is kind of what it looks on the inside. It's just a case. This is where we pull those hoses off. Those go into the back of this, which is right here. And then those meter into this. This is a milk flow meter. So what we're going to be doing here is looking at these diaphragm valves in here. So we got to unscrew these, check them out, see which ones are ripped. I changed D4 last time, so I'm assuming it's going to be D3, I believe. I'm going to check in. I'm checking them all anyways. So what we're going to do here, unscrew this. These are your diaphragms. Now these things are not supposed to be wet, but they're all going to be wet because one of them is ripped. See that? You just inspect it. So this one's not ripped. I'm going to put that one back. Check this one. It's the one I changed last time, so it should not be ripped. You wouldn't think. If I can get it out of here. This one, clean that up a little. So that one there's no rip on it. We're gonna put that one back, seal her up good. So now we're gonna put this cover back on there. I need 2 hands for that. You gotta make sure it gets a good seal and everything's straight. So just like that, I got her on there. Make sure it's all straight, nothing's crooked or getting kinked. So now we're gonna take this other one off. So just like this. So D2 right there, I don't know if you guys can see that. That's dump valve number 2. So this is the one that's ripped. You can't tell it's ripped just by looking at it, can you? No, you can't. So what you gotta do is you fold them a little right there. So that's where it's not sealing, obviously, because it's ripped. So this is the one we're gonna go replace. This is all it is. This is just a rubber valve. So we're gonna come back here into our parts box here. And this is the bad one, so we're gonna toss this. And we're gonna come in here and grab a fresh, brand new one. So now we're back at this thing. We're gonna slap this one in, make sure it's the right way. That's how they go. So this little circle hole kind of points outwards. So we're gonna put that in there, just like so. And we're gonna throw this back on and throw it all back in the robot. Alright, so just like that, we got it all back in. We're just going to double check we got everything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. These 2 are really important. You don't mix these 2 up. I know I did not. This one's good. This air pressure has to go back up. You can see that valve going up there. We got right there. Lock her back in place. So that's on. And then the other one is way in here under the bowl. So that's in there. Alright, put this cover back over top. Hook all those hoses up in the back, and then we can let a cow in. So now we're gonna tuck the arm back away, hold this little orange button for a little bit. Then it should go back in CIP. Back in its home. We're gonna open the door and let this cow in. Well, she's gonna come in by herself. So now we're gonna go enable box. Everything should be ready to go. I'm just gonna keep this lid open quick as she's getting milked, make sure I didn't mess anything up. I believe I didn't. Now there's a little bit of water here leaking, so I'm gonna make sure one of these hoses aren't off that I didn't miss. And of course it is. So I got that little hose back on kinda for now. It's not on all the way, but it'll do until she's done milking, and then I'll have to fix it properly. All that little hoses is it's the water that washes the teat, but then also it's the same hose that dips the teat after it's done getting milked. So that is definitely important to make sure those don't come off ever. Otherwise you won't have cows getting cleaned properly, or you won't have cows getting dipped, like at all. They'll get dipped on 3/4, but not the one where the hose fell off. So here we got the milk flow valve. Everything here seems to be working just right. You can check on some of her info here. That's per each quarter. So this cow here is just about done milking. As you can see here, see the iodine on her teat? So that's the hose in there that we got to put back on. And I'm going to make sure the valve diaphragm is fixed properly. And then I can go in the house for about an hour. I do come outside at 10 o'clock every night to do kind of a late night barn check. The robots wash at 10 o'clock at night too, so I rinse down the floor and the arm right before bed. I found it actually helps with milkings during the nighttime. So I do that every night, and then I'm back up at 5 a.m. There we go. So that's the one we just finished fixing, the one that came off. It's not leaking air. So I'd call that a success. Northern Dairyman strikes again, fixing the robot. That's what I like to see. So it's definitely good. I kind of caught this before I went in the house for a couple hours. Definitely want to catch this as soon as you can if something like this ever happens. So one weird thing I've actually been noticing is, so this is robot 2 right here, and then this is robot number 1. We've been having a little more problems with robot 2 than robot 1. That's the third time I've taken that, I think maybe the fourth time now. Third or fourth time I've taken that whole thing out of robot 2. Robot 1 over here, we haven't touched a single thing on it yet. And we've been running for just about, well, it's been 2 months and 3 weeks. So we also have a service coming next week with our dealer, so I'll probably record that and see exactly what all is involved with a big service. And they come to a service every 3 months. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up for me, and thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.